Have you ever wondered how birds know where to go during migration? These small creatures fly thousands of miles across mountains, oceans, and deserts with incredible accuracy. But here's a mystery: how can they navigate such vast distances without GPS, maps, or even visible landmarks? What if I told you the answer lies in forces we humans can't even see? Stick around, because this secret is about to be revealed. Every year, as the seasons change, millions of birds embark on one of nature's most awe-inspiring journeys: migration. From the Arctic tundra to the rainforests of South America, birds cross the globe in search of food, warmth, and safe breeding grounds. Some travel over 7,000 miles without ever getting lost. But how do they do it? For centuries, this question has stumped scientists and birdwatchers alike. Today, we have some answers. And yet, as with most things in nature, the deeper we dig, the more astonishing the truth becomes. Let's set the stage. Migration is a phenomenon seen across many animal species, from whales and butterflies to caribou and even fish. But birds, in particular, are the champions of long-distance migration. Consider the Arctic tern, which holds the record for the longest migration, flying from the Arctic to Antarctica and back again each year, a round trip of over 40,000 miles or about 64,000 kilometers. Some birds migrate during the day using the sun to guide them, while others migrate at night, navigating by the stars. And still, others, like seabirds, journey across vast stretches of ocean with nothing but water in every direction. No landmarks, no trees, no mountains, just endless blue. So, how do they stay on course? This is where the mystery deepens. Sure, some birds can use landmarks when they fly over land. But what about those journeys that take place entirely over featureless landscapes like oceans or deserts, where the horizon never changes? Think about this: a bird flying over the Atlantic Ocean at night can't rely on sight alone. There are no stars visible during cloudy nights, and they can't see land for hundreds of miles. So, what hidden tools are these birds using to find their way?
For a long time, scientists assumed birds navigated using the same methods we might, following landmarks, using the sun, and memorizing flight paths. But recent studies have revealed a surprising, almost unbelievable truth. Many migrating birds have a biological compass built right into their bodies. You see, the Earth is surrounded by a magnetic field, a force created by the movement of molten iron within the Earth's core. Birds, it turns out, are sensitive to this magnetic field in ways we humans can't perceive. They seem to use this invisible force as a guide, a kind of sixth sense that helps them navigate across the globe. But how do they do this? Inside the brains of some bird species, scientists have found tiny particles of magnetite, a magnetic mineral. These particles allow birds to detect subtle changes in the Earth's magnetic field. Think of it as having a natural compass embedded inside their head. But the story doesn't stop there. Here's the mind-blowing part. Recent experiments suggest that birds don't just use their brains to sense the magnetic field, they might also be able to see it. Yes, you heard that right, birds may actually be able to visualize magnetic fields, using specialized cells in their eyes. These cells, known as cryptochromes, react to light and might help birds perceive magnetic fields as patterns of light or color. Imagine flying through the sky. And instead of just seeing the blue horizon, you could also see invisible pathways, routes laid out by the planet's magnetic forces. This would allow birds to adjust their direction and stay on course even when there are no other visual cues. But wait, there's even more.
Some birds, like homing pigeons, are even more impressive. They don't just rely on magnetism, they use multiple tools to navigate. In addition to their magnetic compass, they can use their keen sense of smell, memorizing scents carried by the wind. These pigeons can recognize the unique smells of different locations, just as we recognize familiar landmarks. When pigeons are released far from home, they can find their way back using a combination of magnetism, smell, visual landmarks, and even their memory of the sun's position in the sky. They are true navigational masters.
So for migrating birds, each journey they undertake is a combination of skills, instinct, adaptation, and natural engineering, honed over millions of years. The next time you see a flock of birds high in the sky, remember, they are not just flying on a whim. They are guided by forces and senses far beyond what we humans can experience. And while we've uncovered much of the science behind their migrations, there is still so much more to learn. Until our next story, be well and stay curious.